Alrighty, I think that should be just about the end of the ads ever. Just kidding. They never end. God, I don't like ads very much. I don't know if I made that abundantly clear. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a very spooky, very special Ghost House episode where we are going to be finishing off UFO 50. At least all cherries. We are definitely, this is far from the end of UFO 50, but we are planning on getting through all cherries today. So, without further ado, who out there ready to cyber their owls? I don't know what that means. Don't ask me questions I don't understand. Alright, let's rock and roll. Today's the day. Alright, let's do it. Alright, as usual, we're going to go ahead and start in Chicago.
Mission start.
How's everyone doing today? It is a beautiful day for it, is it not? I'm feeling good today. I am confident we're gonna get this done. We just gotta get back in our flow state and carry on. I've had this idea in my head of like getting this done all night last night. Literally all night. I was playing some more UFO 50 last night, just casually. And I literally had a thought of like, what if I just played some Cyber Owls? What if I just got this done? And I realized, you know what? I could not deprive the stream of that. Not when we are so close. And you guys have been through the thick and the thin with me. We have to do this together. It just didn't seem right. You know, I also had the moment last night of realizing I think I have to come to terms with the fact that this might be my favorite game of all time. Not Cyber Owls, but UFO 50. It's just, there's just nothing like it. And I just think I love 99% of it. And even the things that I don't love, I find interesting. Like, I did not enjoy playing Divers, but I think it's an interesting ass game. Now I actually do think I like Divers. The more I've thought about it, the more I enjoy it. Also, doing all this cherry work has really made me feel more in bingo shape, weirdly. I feel almost more confident going into bingo now than I did when we were working all the bingo goals, which we should continue to do, by the way. Bingo season is coming up, but now I've got this in my head that we have to have We are not starting the next bingo season without getting that cherry pie. All right, the Yeti, I have an idea for your next t-shirt. It is Pilot from UFO 50 and Madeline Celeste from Celeste, and they're at a pie eating contest, and Pilot is covered in cherry pie, and Madeline is covered in strawberry pie. You're welcome. You know what I'm surprised of? And I don't mean this in any sort of shadeful way, but I'm surprised that Fangamer is still like a major sponsor for Games Done Quick. Not in a way that like I don't think they should be, but like I mean it's pretty clear that the Yeti like kind of mops the floor with them and what they're trying to do. So I'm just surprised that they want to like get back in the ring against a very worthy opponent like that. All right, we're kind of in a rough spot here, but not so rough that we can't handle it. By the way, I know we don't have too many people in here yet, but I did figure out the ad problem. Now there should only be ads at the beginning of the video and then during our breaks. Hopefully, as long as I've done everything correctly. I realized there was a setting turned on that like allows it to like automatically play mid-roll ads, and that is just not what we're about. So we will play ads when we are on break. Mother trucker. All right, we go again. We call this a warm-up.
Mission start.
You know, I still can't quite figure out how the cat, like you get the points from the cats in this level. Do you get them if they're like, isn't a shot fired around them or something? Like that triggered the cat there. But then it seems like sometimes they don't care. Like I think I understand it, and then it does something that feels inconsistent to me. I have no clue. You know what's a shame about this whole experience? Is yesterday we were so close to getting through to the end that now when we get to that level, we can't like get nostalgic about our time at UFO 50. Because that means it ain't over till it's over. We can't be sure that we're going to do it on the next go. Mother trucker. I was out of the way of that. Everyone saw it. I had a friend who, right as I started the stream, I'm gonna respond to him when I get a minute here, but he asked me, why did you watch storks? Real ones who watch the stream know. It was against my will. Thanks for everyone watching on YouTube, by the way. I've been really enjoying making the thumbnails for YouTube, so I appreciate all the love and support there. I know it is a tiny group of people right now, but I appreciate anyone showing up in that and liking the videos and all that stuff. I'm surprised, to be honest, because it's just a VOD channel, so I'm a little surprised to see any sort of life on it, because I just wanted to kind of put them places. But I'm glad that some people are seeing my thumbnail work, because I'm proud of it. Motherfucker. All right. Sorry. We're Cyber Owls. We're chill. We're having a good day. It's a beautiful day for it. All's well in the world.
Mission start.
And we are beating this game today, by the way. I wasn't sure if we were going to do it yesterday, and you know what? We spent a good hour 45, so like most of the stream yesterday, just working on Antarctica. So if we put the same amount of time today on just full cherry attempts, we got this. This ain't even the hardest cherry in UFO 50. I take any opportunity to kick back those hand grenades that I can, because how cool is it? I gotta find out if there's like a pattern to the fire or if it's just random, because right now it feels pretty damn random. Ow. This is our hardest level, by the way. If you're just tuning in and you're like, man, he's never gonna make it through Cyber Owls, we are starting with the level we are worst at, including the next Octavio level in Antarctica. We're actually better at that one than we are at this one, which is crazy. Can I tell you guys something crazy? So last night, at around midnight, Mickey asked me, hey, do you want to play a game of Isaac? It's very late. And I'm like, sure, we can play a game of Isaac. I mean, we play a game of Isaac almost every night. It is a little late, but like, we'll do it. As long as it's a quick game of Isaac. And of course, on that game, we get our key, and we have a lot to accomplish with these characters, and the run ends up being well over 2 hours. Absolute insane amount of Isaac. Is it weird to put a command on my stream for like ! Cherry Rush, even though I'm not part of Cherry Rush. I just like, I want to make sure that everyone is tuning in for that. And I'm sure everyone will be tuning in.
Mission start.
You know, there is actually something really funny about this being a game where the mashing the button is like really beneficial, because so many games in the collection people don't know that you can just hold down the button and that's the secret. Like Ninpeck or something, you know, everyone's always trying to mash the button in Ninpeck when you get started, because that's like what you would do in most games. But in this game, it's actually the opposite. Now that they're on the very last game of the collection, now that you've got accustomed to holding down the button every opportunity, now it says, no, you want to mash the button. They knew exactly what they were doing. Cyber Owls was one of the last games I actually dusted off in the collection. And I didn't even go, like, chronologically at all. I jumped around to what compelled me. And so, like, the last games that I dusted off were, like, Hyper Contender, Cyber Owls, let me think. What else was on the later half of my experience? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if the grenade actually blew up in your hands, because he seemed like he was chilling. We learned something today. It's good to make these mistakes early and not make them in Antarctica, like we did with the grenade in the spy levels. What's her name? Is her name Gwen? Like Gwen? I should really learn all these names, especially if I'm going to be commentating. Man, commentating is going to be great, but I'm so intimidated by that idea of like, oh man, I actually got to know, like, I can't be like, what's that game called? I actually have to like remember the name of the game and help explain what's happening rather than have it explained to me. Very exciting. This section is slowly becoming my least favorite section in the run. Like, the elevator is not awesome either. But especially if we loop this in with the elevator, we are not fans. I don't like the fire. I don't like the wrecking balls. I don't like these rats. Oh, I get it. They're rats because owls eat rats. I do that. Oh. To be honest, I was just looking at the time. I love when you get that double fire hit there on that guy. Oh, yeah. In the PNG files for this game, it calls it an owl dukin. It's kind of fun. Alright, I think we got a good shot here. We just gotta play it safe, just like we did last time. I mean, we're in the business of playing it safe. Right? Like, there's no no reason to do anything but. Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. We're still getting our sea legs here. Gotta get our commentary back up. Gotta get our energy back up. And most importantly, we gotta get our gameplay back up. Back up. Do you guys like having a place that you're such a regular at that they don't even like ask you what you want anymore? Cause I really like it for like, I feel like it's good for a coffee shop and bad for like a restaurant. You know? They're like, oh shit, here he comes. The French dip guy. It's fun to be a guy though, you know what I mean? Like you're like the blank guy. Like I remember my friend and I in my hometown, there's a little movie theater that no longer exists. But there's one summer where we went to go see like every single thing that went into theaters. And at the time, my friend and I would always wear suits, like everywhere that we went. I don't know why. I guess we just liked the way we looked or whatever. But we were in high school. And so we just got known as the suit guys. So we would come in and like, hey, it's the suit guys. I'm like, yeah, it's the suit guys. Did I mention how much I hate this section? Like, as long as you're not being known as, like, an annoying person, right? You're just like, oh, yeah, you're the guy with the funny hat. You're the guy who, you know, like the clapping man at Disneyland who always shows up and claps, right? Disneyland's got a lot of those guys where it's like, oh, that's the guy who rides Star Tours every night. We actually had one guy, I wonder if he's still doing it. He probably still is. Who was like, he wasn't there every night at Space Mountain, but he would show up most nights, and he would always be wearing a distinct, what's the dragon from Disney World's name? Like the Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow dragon. Anyway, I keep thinking Piff the Magic Dragon, but that's a comedy magician. Figment. His name is Figment. He would show up every night wearing a Figment hat. And he would always try to be the last ride on Space Mountain. And you know, like, we'd go out of the way to make that happen for him. And I'm like, that's an interesting thing to do. And I remember asking him, like, why do you come here every night? And he's like, I live right next door. And, you know, like, I don't know, it's just kind of like a nice tradition for me. And I'm like, word. Like, I kind of expected there to be, like, some story behind it where he's like, yeah, well, my ex-wife actually died on a space mountain. So I come here every night in her memory. Like, I thought it'd be something. He's like, no, I just live next door, and I guess it's pretty cool. And being the last rider doesn't do anything, but it does allow you to see the ride where it's, like, completely empty in there, and that feels really weird if you're not used to it. I'll tell you what's a really weird feeling. Whenever a ride, like one of the cars on Space Mountain gets added to the track after it's been in maintenance for a while, they have to do what's called cycling, where they basically just send it around the track over and over and over for a few hours. So they only try to do this, so they try to like do them in batches. So they have like 3 or 4 cars that they need to cycle onto the track. But what's weird is, so you would have cycling nights where you would show up. I gotta get a dim sum. So we'd have nights where we would just be cycling cars all night. And that mostly means you're sitting in an empty station and there's no music playing or anything, and there's no one there because we use a skeleton crew of like as few positions as there are. So like, I think 4 people so that 1 person could be a breaker. And it was always so weird just to sit in silence in Space Mountain, and you could just hear the hum of the track around you. It was so bizarre. By the way, how we're handling this does not bode well for the last level. But it ain't over yet. We know we're gonna lock in once we get to that level as well. Whew, baby.
Mission complete.
All right. So what do we like? We like Hong Kong because we only have failed. What is it? Moscow? We've only failed that one like twice. And one was because we got the worst RNG ever. So we take no ownership for that. I am actually blown away by, like, this is so out of left field and I know that. I am blown away by, like, how overt things have gotten. Like, learning that, like, there's, like, kids content that is actually called, like, brain rot, and they, like, know that by name. And like parents are like letting their kids watch stuff actually called brain rot is crazy to me. Or like gotcha games, like that is a type of game. And people are like, oh yeah, I love gotcha games. They're called gotcha games. They gotcha. Absolutely crazy. I'm not judging it. It's just like, that is bizarre that we live in that world. Ah. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. We're still in this though. Road Toad we can absolutely do without getting hit. They should have made this into a rhythm game. How's that for a hot take? You know, I didn't realize how much DNA UFO 50 shares with Blaster Master until today. I was looking at some Blaster Master gameplay, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Barbuda, or hey, that's, hold on a second, that's Camp 2. It's a lot of Camp 2, actually. Like, a lot of Camp 2. Like, literally, the main gameplay loop of Blaster Master involves you, like, switching between driving a vehicle and being, like, one man walking around.
Mission complete.
Which I don't know many games that do that at all. Alright, Moscow time.
Mission start.
I probably could start running through that room. I honestly don't think we need to do much, like... I don't think that we need to worry about our survivability there. It's Monday, isn't it? I should know that. I was like, why is it so quiet in the room here today? And then I realized, oh yeah, people got school, people got work. That makes sense. In fact, this is probably the worst possible time to stream. But that's all right. The ones who are here, you guys are the real ones. You're gonna see the you're gonna see the real meat and potatoes. I'm sure when I start my new job, my streaming schedule is going to probably fit in a lot more with people's lives. Whereas right now I'm just streaming during the afternoons because I really like it. But then I'm gonna have to start streaming like after work. Boo. But then again, the job that I'm going to be working is going to have a very inconsistent schedule, so who knows? I'd really like to make sure that I am still, like, doing streams, though, when I start my new job. Even though it's gonna be kind of tough. I don't want to turn into like a once-a-month streamer. We could really do for a rethink of how we want to handle that room right there. And we probably don't want to shoot anyone because we want to save our bullets for the boss here. Okay, that's a workable layout. Ugh. All right, we go again. That was kind of a tricky spot because he went in a really peculiar way.
Mission start.
I also want to do this. Something else I should do, like I have a ring light. And I know that will make the video look so much better. Even though I have like the cheapest webcam that money can buy. But at least like the lighting won't be so terrible on my face. But I don't know. Maybe that's solving a problem that I don't need to solve yet. Definitely love the idea of improving the stream in any way that's possible. But I don't want to like put all this time into something that you know, is just like a little hobby. You know what I'm gonna do on this run? I'm gonna learn the names of all the owls. And we're gonna test ourselves on it. I actually had that moment, how did I take a second death there? Whatever, we'll be fine. Probably. I was doing this last night. I went through, when we were playing Isaac, we had the mod that turns the names of the tainted characters into the names of the achievements, which actually in the Four Souls Isaac card game, that's what their names are as well. And I was like, you know what? It's good to actually like know their names and not just like tainted Isaac, tainted Maggie. Like that's the broken, that's the dauntless, that's the baleful. So I think I could put more effort into like being a student of this game since I'm going to be commentating it. I should know all the names of the damn characters at the very least. I was like, ooh, maybe I could make flashcards. Brother, ain't that serious. I think I just got excited by the idea of having something to make flashcards of. I haven't had to make flashcards in my day-to-day life since like high school. Okay, I took like 6, 7. We died just from those guys. We took all of our hits there. Again, that's our worst level. When we get through that, it's fine.
Mission start.
Do y'all like beat 'em up games like this? Well, I mean, I guess this isn't like a beat 'em up game, but do you guys like this kind of gameplay loop? I find that I have low patience for it. It's not bad, I just like, just doesn't really like hit, you know? In fact, it's probably quite good at what it does. But I learned so much about games that I actually like and games that I don't over the course of playing UFO 50. Like, I didn't know that there were any shmups in my life that I would actually enjoy. Totally opened my eyes to it. Oh, you know what else is, like, on the short list because of UFO 50? La Mulana. I have La Mulana. I've played probably about an hour of it. And I immediately see the appeal of it. And then Blueprints came out. And it kind of, like, stole the spotlight, especially because I'm trying to be better about playing the games that people are talking about right now and not, like, 6 months later. Especially for something like Blueprints, where it's like, it's so cool. I loved Blueprints so much. So much. And I love that there's more to the game that I haven't gotten into. Probably will never finish it. But what I love most about it is that you can get to, like, the ending, and then, like, all the fans always go, oh, well, congratulations, you beat the tutorial. But no, that's an ending. Don't take that away from them. They got their ending. In fact, I recommend just going to the, getting that ending rather than do what I did, which is, like, kind of get deep into the next step and then give up. Because now the game feels unfinished to me. Not like the game itself is unfinished, but like I haven't finished it. Kind of remembering a little bit more of how because unlike the other boss, we never like fully came up with a strategy for how to handle this guy. We just kind of started getting better at timing these shots, and we know that we basically don't want to punch him unless we're like right at the tail end of the fight and we can take a couple hits. But besides that, like we don't have like right here I can do that. But yeah, we don't have like a real strategy beyond that. So all right, at the Congo. I forgot to see what this guy's name was. Engel. Okay. Engel's a weird name for an owl. I was like, oh, because they're an eagle. No, I'm pretty sure he's an owl. pretty confident in that. Unless it's kind of like a Mulan situation. Alright, so that's the way to do that. You do get a moment to aim your grenades when they land. But you gotta, like, aim them. I understand. Engel. That's a weird name, man. I think that one is the same as what it's named in this in the sprites too. I remember seeing that last night while I was working on the thumbnail, and I was like, oh yeah, that's the eagle character. No. See, that was us practicing throwing grenades. Look at us go. Bam. Easy, easy money. All right.
Mission complete.
So that is Engel's level. Done. This character's name is Gwen. I was right about that. Gwen? Gwen? I don't know. Okay, so we got Octavio. We got Engel. We got Gwen. And then we got the other guy. And the person who's in charge of everything, his name is Wells. I'm just gonna rush. Yeah, I think we can just rush that room every time. This section's not hard if you're not trying to gain lives and get a good score. You guys struggle with names and faces? I'm good with faces, I'm terrible with names. I'm like, oh, I know them. But I never know anyone's name. There's people that, like, I've known in my life, like, especially because I had a very long history in theater, where I'm in a show with them, and then I forget their name, and everyone calls them by their character name, and then I just, like, I'll just never know their real name, I guess. Because they introduce themselves by their real name, and now I'm like, now it's impolite to ask. We're too far in, and then hopefully you get a glance at the program and go like, oh right, that's John. You know what I'm not good at though? I think it's a facial blindness thing apparently. Is I am no good if people change their hair. I don't recognize them often. Which is troublesome when you live with someone who like goes out and like performs as different characters. Because you have a moment you're like, who the fuck are you? I think this is the best we've ever done the Gwen section. One there, and one there. And I think that is better than wasting the bullets. Because the bullets are good. Only for this particular spot, but they are good. Oh, he's getting good at dodging me. Why can't I just unload a full clip onto this guy, and then he hits me like twice and I'm dead? We did it, Reddit. We did it. It was close, but we did it.
Mission complete.
He had me backed into a corner. I didn't know what else to do. Ugh. All right, let's do honk honk. His name is Huxley.
Mission start.
Huxley, Octavio, Engo, and Gwen. We know all the owls now. And we will address them by name, so that we can prove it. I think it's so bizarre that they didn't give a name to the rabbit in Elphazar's hat. You got like the name of like every weirdo boss in that game has a name, but the main character does not have a name. It seems like there would have to be a name. Or we pulled like a Fight Club situation where you go like, hold on a second, has anyone ever actually said their name? So basically what I'm saying is Elphastar's hat is more or less Fight Club. You know, there's a lot of games that have really terrible fandoms, but I don't think any movie has a worse fandom than Fight Club. Because Fight Club is just like a truly exceptional movie that just like attracts the absolute worst people. But it's so good. Like, it is like worth the hype. Like, despite the fans being, you know, so cringe. And Tyler Durden is one of the best characters ever written, I would say. Tyler Durden and Dutch from Red Dead 2. Those are my two favorite characters, probably, in media. I gotta play Red Dead 1 and see if I still like Dutch. Because apparently he's like the villain, or like one of the core villains or something. I don't know. I'd have to play it. Maybe that's something I can give me an excuse to play some Red Dead on stream, because I haven't played the original Red Dead, but Red Dead 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. So, give me a good reason to do it. Because I'm always like, I want to play these games, but time commitment is always a problem. But if I'm streaming it, it doesn't feel so bad. Oh shit. He's almost dead. Yeah, I was gonna say, he's like right there. Alright, we got our first shot at the show here today. This is where we lock the frick in. Thank you, Wells. It's me, Gwen, Octavio, Huxley, and Engel. All of us cyber owls.
Mission start.
You know what I was disappointed by? I hope that they still do this. So I guess I'm not disappointed per se, because it could still happen. But during the last bingo season, there was a person who randomly asked the chat, like, hey, would anyone be interested in a Taskmaster style UFO 50 game? And I was like, heck yes, sign me up. Do you need like a little Alex Horn? I'm in. Hell, I can even play the Taskmaster character if you need it. And then I think that's as far as it got. I think he just like asked if people were interested, probably started conceiving of like, what is it gonna take for this to work, and then decided against it. But I really hope he follows through with that idea, because while I don't personally see the full vision of how that could work in a video game context, if they've got a vision for it, I'm in. That was the hardest that bunny's ever been for us. Beautiful. It's a beautiful... was gonna say it's a beautiful thing, perfecting part of this level, and then threw myself into a grenade. Aw. Ah, we missed that. We've taken way more hits here than I would like. Just for the record. Oh, he goes up. I didn't know that. Yeah, exactly. He's just like, da, da, da. I am going to cry. Yeah. I was gonna say, it's literally like these first couple, like, waves where his arc for those is so small, like that's where we're gonna struggle. That's why I didn't say, oh, this is the one we're just gonna lock in. I think we could do most of that fight without taking damage, but I don't know if we can do it without taking damage at the beginning. All right, let's go, Octavio. I think that guy just walked himself into that trash can. It's possible. That's actually a good idea. I'll try that next time. And by next time, I mean this time. It definitely like they do break on the wall, so it's not a bad idea at all. I think we should give that a shot. No, I think that's actually, that's good, like, because you're watching, you now, like, you're gonna notice things that I'm not gonna notice because I'm so focused on not dying. So I think you're onto something. Okay, alright, it's alright. It's all good. Ugh. All right, we got half HP going into this fight. I think it's very possible. I think this is very doable. Well, we've already been going for a full hour. That's crazy. I feel like we just started like 10 minutes ago. Doing like our Aldukin here to break shots is like the big tech for this fight, I realize. Like, that's what? Did you see that? I've never seen that before. I killed him and then he wasn't done.
Mission complete.
He said, I got one more in me. And as he's passing away, he takes one last shot. Hadouken? Oh, that's good. That's good.
Mission start.
Hadouken. I like Hadouken. Alright, let's go, Engel. You bitch. Sorry. I'm gonna contact whoever made the sprite work for this game and let them know about that they shouldn't have written the sprite for that as Aldukin. Hadouken is so much better. Who was the game director for this one? 'Cause it doesn't feel like a Derek or an Eric game to me. But I could be wrong. It's got a little Derek in it, but it doesn't immediately read. And you know why I say that? It's because this game looks hard and is hard. Whereas, like, you can always tell a Derek game because it looks easy and it's impossible. Well, we killed him fast.
Mission complete.
Alright, I didn't mean to click on this, but I feel like we struggle more with Moscow now than we do with Hong Kong. So we should probably start move this up in the queue. In fact, we might even put this, like, second in the queue now. We're trying the new strat of just run past these guys, by the way. Seems to work all right. You know what I realized would actually make the Gwen sections here so much more palatable? A mini-map. So easy. They do Hong Kong after Chicago. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just don't think Hong Kong is like... We've only lost there like twice. Like, I feel like more at home in a vehicle, I think. Whereas this, I feel a little bit more vulnerable Like, I'm prone to make some more mistakes here. Also, I forgot to get the, this over here. It's gotta be some kind of personality test about which order you decide to do the levels in. What does it say about you? Like, if you're the kind of person who does Chicago last, like, I actually don't know if you're cut out for human interaction. You know, I feel like you're kind of a lone wolf that does better on your own. And also, please don't hurt me. He almost got one there. He almost got one. Okay. Now, fingers crossed he doesn't just, like, run away again this time. Oh, nice. Oh, it turned me to the right. It turned me to the right. Oh, shit. I do Chicago first, then Chicago Rescue. Yeah, yeah. It do be like that.
Mission start.
Whose art do you like the best? Like the world that's presented to you? Because I'm going Octavio. As much as, like, the sections I think are, like, not my favorite, I think it looks so cool. It makes me excited to be a part of this. I'll tell you, it's not Gwen. I do not like that, like, squished style. I saw in the game files there's a, like, it says, there's one where it's, like, full-sized Gwen, which we see in, like, the sprite out there. It says, like, Gwen original. So I wonder if the original art style was gonna have Gwen be a little less squished, and then they realized, well, I mean, it doesn't really work for this kind of, like, grid stealth stuff that we're doing. Oh, gotcha. See, I never played, like, Double Dragons, or... I mean, I never even played, like, Turtles in Time or anything. Like, I know so little about anything in, like, the beat-em-up genre. But I'm kind of into it. I just such a noob at it. I kind of was too, weirdly. Even though it's not my favorite, I kind of, like, was into it. We finally pulled that off. It's been a while. Alright. There we go. Now, as long as we're okay in this fight, we're gonna do fine. I guess that's kind of obvious now that I say it out loud. As long as we do fine, we'll be fine. He's kind of shoving me into this corner a little bit, though. Yeah, he's just like pushing me further and further to the right. Ugh. This is not where I want to be. Okay, so this guy, I should be able to remember his name, because his name is Pyrat. Because he's a pirate, and he's a rat, you see. Alright, I cannot believe we won that. That was close. That was a little dicey.
Mission complete.
Mission complete. We've been doing okay on Congo. I just, like, it stresses me out. I think...
Mission start.
Hell yeah. That was like exactly how we drew it up in the dirt right there. Like that is like how they want this mission to look when they planned it out. That was so tight. Dude. I think this is going down as the coolest we've ever been at this mission. I actually feel like me and Engel are like we're speaking the same language here for the first time in Survivor history. Whoops. You guys watch Survivor? Actually, I know someone who was almost going to be on the most recent season of Survivor, but then he's not like cut. He's just like, they're going to have to put him on a later season. But I was so excited to actually see someone who is... What did I do? I'm sorry. Something just popped up.
Mission complete.
I was so excited to see someone that I know play Survivor. Which the closest I have is one of the people that I do, like, I have a play a role-playing game with once a week.
Mission start.
His cousin was on Survivor. Not as, like, an iconic player. In fact, I believe he was the first boot. Actually, I think he was medvaced at, like, the very first mission. Or the first, like, thing. Oh, man. Very funny. I also like that in this game, like, now that we're doing, like, attempts at this, I like how varied the gameplay is, because it makes it easy to not, like, lose your mind doing it. Like, I found that when we were doing, Fistel, just doing those same combos over and over and over again was starting to get a little maddening. I gold disc Fistel last night, because I have a file on here that I am trying to get just all golds, try to get no cherries, but all golds. I actually did too well on it, and I had to take a death on the last world because I almost accidentally cherried it. And then it occurred to me, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm learning. I'm actually getting okay at this game. I feel ready. I feel like in bingo shape, almost. I should probably, like, ask some of my bingo friends if they want to do some casual bingo games. Maybe they'd even jump on stream. That'd be fun. I'm sure I know a couple people that would. All right, let's not die here. What do you say? Okay, good placement for that. Yay! Like, that's how that's supposed to look. We've been struggle bussing a little bit. All right, let's do Hong Kong.
Mission start.
What's up, Noxmoo? We were A tier last season. Yeah. Well, then you and I are gonna be in the same bracket, so this is what we call cheating, watching this, Tyler. Because I was B tier last season, and I don't know if I'm a B tier player, but I refuse to. Even though I was getting dunked on the entire season, I refuse to lower myself to C. Not because there's any shame in being at C, but just because I'd rather be at the bottom of B than at the top of another thing, you know? Which I don't even know if I would be at the top of it. But I don't know, I just like a challenge, I guess. I thought that we got a little HP boost there. Apparently we do not. Right on. Well, welcome to the show. You're about to watch my first ever cherry run. Yeah, that I guess that's an okay excuse. Yeah, last season I had a job where I was working from home, which is how I was able to swing it. But unfortunately, I started a new job that is not a work from home job right as the new bingo season starts. So it is going to be so much harder to manage this season. Okay, we don't need to be jumping out of our literal seat because of that one. That's a normal attack. I'm just touchy right now. We usually beat Road Toad without getting hit. I need to not be a scaredy cat. Just play. Just believe in yourself. Thank you, Noxmoo. So true.
Mission complete.
Mission complete. All right. Another shot at the show.
Mission start.
Who is the voice of the voice of? And also, is he the only voice in UFO 50? We go again. No, I mean like the actual person who's doing the voice. I wonder if they actually like hired a voice actor to do that voice, or if it's just like secretly like John Perry. Joy? That could be. Oh, yep. Just a tiny little extra. Here's the thing. We were not punished by doing that this whole time when we were practicing it. When we were drawing it up in the dirt. We were we were never punished. It's all right. Downscaling. Huh. Makes sense. Especially because I know what downscaling is, so that makes perfect sense to me. But while we're all talking about, can you explain to Pogo what downscaling is? Because I don't think they know. So if you could just like tell them in chat, that'd probably be smart. Probably be a good thing to do. Hey, we went hitless on this whole section. That's sweet. I guess once we get to Antarctica, we won't take that part quite so aggressively. But we haven't practiced it any other way. So it's gonna be tough. You know, if you practice something the risky way, it's kind of hard to not do it the risky way. Mother trucker, dude. All right, we're fine. We are fine. We've gotten much better at this boss as well. Even with bad RNG, we're okay at it. Oh, this is bad. We're fine. We just gotta lay a base here. Lay a base, lay a base. Okay, this is such like a rough spot. That was like one or two good hits away. One or two good hits. Needed some way to make it sound retro with modern tech, so they pulled some file downsizing and other tricks. That's cool. That's super cool.
Mission start.
It's always funny to me, like, when you're trying to make something, like, when you're trying to make something retro, like, how hard it is to make something actually feel appropriately retro. Which is very funny, because it's like, that was just like what, at the time, they weren't trying to achieve that previously. That was just like what they could do. You know, this wasn't a choice. That's just like what it had to sound like, and now it's like hard to make something sound that way, which is very funny to me. They're like, wait, you chose to make it sound compressed and stuff? Also, something I've started doing, just for like the sake of the commentators next season, I started playing without the CRT filter on. I just feel like, because oftentimes it like breaks the compression of like the video just like falls apart with the CRT filter, so I'm trying to get used to playing without it. But when I first played through the game, I played through the whole thing on like hard CRT filter, and so playing it like this just didn't feel right. Man, I would love to play this game on a CRT. It doesn't like quite work because of the aspect ratio. Like I've seen some people do it, but man, how sick would it be? I just really want a CRT, to be honest, for both gaming and for like watching older movies. CRTs just like, they just hit, man. Oh, we blasted him into the shadow sphere. Holy. Alright. We're doing okay. We've gone hitless on this fight before. We can take a couple hits. Not so bad. Not so bad. Especially in these early phases before he starts going faster. If we time all of our Hadoukens we should be able to stop him from like firing shots, basically. Exactly. Exactly, Pogo. Like, I think it's phenomenal for casual play, terrible for actual, like, if you're making any content based around the game. You know, like, Seaside, I think, doesn't look right without the CRT filter, though. I mean, I still play it without because, again, by the way, I'm going straight to Moscow here. I'm more intimidated by Moscow than anything else right now.
Mission start.
Yeah, I still play without it, but, like, Seaside Drive feels like it was made with the CRT filter in mind. I'm so excited to hear Glove on the UFO 50 podcast. We're talking about Seaside Drive. Ain't nobody ever gonna love Seaside the way that Glove loves Seaside. And I think Seaside is one of the best damn games in the collection. Oh, you did? Hell yeah. There's some good episodes and there's some not so good episodes, but there's some like really, really great episodes. Particularly the Combatants episode is just the best episode that they ever made. I have not listened to their most recent one, which would be, let's see, what's right after Combatants? What's after Combatants? I know this. Doesn't matter. Figure it out eventually. Maybe Quibble. No, Quibble's like second to last though, isn't it? Now I'm in my head about it. Like, I have no idea. Because they did Mini and Max. And then it's Combatants. The Tactics one. Yeah, the Tactics one is good. What's funny is I've never been a fan of Adam Conover, but I actually really liked him in that context. But I think my main problem with him isn't like him as like a creator or as like a creative person. It's more like I don't like actually kind of content. So I find it like obviously like Adam Ruins Everything is kind of like the bane of my existence. But you know, he didn't do anything wrong. But I seem to really enjoy him as a person based off of at least the UFO 50 podcast. I knew I shouldn't have rushed that. I just knew it. See, this is why we do it second. This is why we do it second. We're gonna get this here today. Ugh. Ugh. Hold on one second here. Eggplant.show. Yeah, Quibble Race. You are exactly right. It is Quibble Race. Yeah, no, and that's what I love about him. I think I just like most of what I've seen from him is that tiny little pocket of Adam Ruins Everything, but I know he's like so much more than that. Like, and he seems like such like a genuine person, and
Mission start.
like he's got a great perspective on things. I absolutely adore the duo who always like from like I'm trying to remember which university they like teach at, but oh, what are their names? I always forget their names, but they teach at like UC Davis, I think. And it's like the best advertisement for like a class I've ever heard, because just like hearing them talk about this game is just like, I'm like, holy shit, I could listen to them talk for hours. They're so captivating to listen to, and they have a deep love and appreciation for combatants of all games. They're like, this is the best game in the collection. And I love that for them. They actually kind of sold me on it a little bit, to be honest. A lot of my love for it was kind of ironic, but I kind of like appreciate it a little bit more after listening to that episode. They had some perspective on it that I hadn't considered. I wonder if next semester they're gonna get students coming in being like, hey, by the way, I joined your class because I really loved listening to you on the UFO 50 podcast. This is this little indie podcast about an obscure indie game. I guess not obscure, it was nominated for Game of the Year, but all indie games are a little bit obscure. How much of a bummer is that? Do you guys like find that in your real life? Do you surround yourself with people who know what indie games are? Because I find that like my close friends like are all indie game people, but anytime I like am talking games with people, anytime I'm talking games with people, like they don't know what indie games like are. I don't actually think it's like trash though. It's kind of like the weird thing about it is I think it's just not the game that it looks like on the tin. And they talk about that, they're talking more lore based in that episode and like the concept like of what a game is, which is cool. Yeah, from my perspective, like I think Combatants is actually a cool game of like, it's not like the best in that genre, but like I think it's a really cool examination of like what it means to play the game, you know, like figure out, not even just like, oh, here's your objective, here's how to do it. You kind of have to like break the game to win, and I just think that's neat. I just think it's neat.
Mission start.
All right, let's go, Gwen. I feel pretty damn comfortable through the rest of this level. It's just the boss that's a little dicey. What I really should do is I should, like, focus on sleep darting him, I think, after we take our shots. Let our last shot be another sleep dart. Maybe even 2 sleep darts. That might even be enough to kill him if we get the extra shots. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. I mean, to be honest, that's how I think of most of UFO 50. I think it is kind of like, more so than, like, the world needed, like, a bunch more, like, platformers and arcade-style games. It is, like, it's an art piece game. And that is exactly my shit. And the plus side to this crazy art piece is that most of the pieces of the art are also quite fun. It's not like I feel like Combatants is like the desert bus of UFO 50, where it's not like fun to play moment to moment, but it's like really interesting. I love Mooncat, but hate Combatants. Yeah? If you don't love Mooncat, then I don't love you. I'm just kidding. That's not true. But, I mean, what's not to love about Mooncat? I think Mooncat is the most iconic part of UFO 50 to me. I think if we go for sleep dart and then shot, and then hit him with their other sleep darts, I think that kills him. So let's do that. Oh, it doesn't quite kill him. Oh. Coming up. That's a bummer. Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. That was a tough one. All right, so we learned that you can't just do what I was hoping we could just do. We're doing so good on Congo Basin, and we failed before on Hong Kong. Let's not kid ourselves.
Mission start.
It's so weird, like, and this happens in so many games in UFO 50. It's like a fine wine. Because it just like you start to appreciate more and more things about it. But funnily enough, the Huxley sections of this game used to be my favorite when I gold disked it, and now they're my least favorite. It's very interesting. I think the challenge just isn't quite strong enough for these levels. And the moment-to-moment gameplay is not all that interesting. And it's not like it doesn't really feel great to get hit. You know, it just like, it doesn't feel awesome. What was your most surprising, like, 180 in UFO 50? Because I have a few. I think my biggest one was Paint Chase. Paint Chase was the game that, when I first picked it up, I said, wow, this is ass. Like, I cannot play this. And then, as I started working on the gold disc, I just, like, felt something ignite inside me that went, actually, this is good. It took a while. And I know a lot of people don't agree with that. Porgy, for me, did a 180, and then it did another 180. I did not care for it because I didn't understand the combat at first. And then I did a 180 on it because I was like, oh, this is actually, like, now that I understand this and I'm just exploring this world and beating bosses, like, this is actually cool. And then I started grinding for the last few things in Porgy to go fight the final boss. And I was like, okay, I'm not crazy about this. But now, I'm weirdly kind of coming back to it. Man, these games are so complicated. Like, they're so hard to, they're so hard to put in a box. You know, it's so hard to be like, this is a good game. This is a bad game. I like this game more than this game. Just so often, that's just, it's so impossible to say, well, I mean, it's not better than this. Like, is Porgy, like, more fun than Party House? No. But is it, like, I don't know, could you, like, make an argument that it's, like, better? Probably. I don't know. It's just, there's such, every game is so different. I mean, Golfaria? Now, which way did you 180 it? Did you go from, I hate this to I love that? Or the other way? I think I had an inverse Porgy for Golfaria, where I actually started loving it, and then I grew to kind of despise it, and then I came back to loving it by the end. In a weird way. Alright, Congo time.
Mission start.
Unleashing issue. Yeah. The finale's weird. I still don't really get the final boss. I still, like, there's some places where I'm like, how do you even, like, hit him here? Am I supposed to hit him here? Is that a thing? Gonna get this locked and loaded for the future. I don't like this. Let's get out of here. For you Cyber Owls experts out there, is there, when you pick up the grenade, does the timer, like, of how long you have to hold it start then? Or is it by the moment that it hits the ground? Like, for example, if a grenade was sitting there, like it was, I didn't pick it up because I worried that as soon as I picked it up, it was gonna explode in my hand. Does anyone know? Because that might come in handy for the very last mission. I have had one explode in my hand. Phrasing?
Mission start.
Are we still doing phrasing? See, I just don't know how to do this level if I don't have, if I don't do that. It's not better. It does stall when you roll. Interesting. Wonder how much it stalls for, though. We'll take a look. We'll mess around with it if we end up having to start over. We'll do it first, and go from there. Mother trucker. Come at me. Oh, he went back up. Oh, and he went back down. That was the hardest I've ever... That was the hardest it's ever been. Ugh. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but... Let's beat the shit out of this door! Now that is a great design choice. Just beat the shit out of the door. Okay. Oh, I always forget that he does that. I need to keep that in mind. All right, we're gonna try. I believe you said this Pogo that we're gonna try to get him up against the wall when he does his first attacks. And get him all the way over here. Yeah, I think that's safer for that first attack. Okay, let's not change what we know. Okay, now he should be... Yeah, he's doing explosions big enough now that we don't need to do that anymore. Bad. I like when I turn into a monkey, and I was like, bad. No good. Return to Monkey was such good meta on the internet. You guys remember Return to Monkey meta? I was thriving at that time. Hey, chill out, brother. Chill out. I think this boss is really our poster child for our evolution and how much we've improved at this game over the course of it. Because I'm not even really that intimidated by this boss anymore. Because we just like have such a good system here. So like I feel good about getting into that fight now, which is wild. All right. Okay. Ah, shit. It's fine. We just go get. I almost just ran for it, and I'm like, what am I doing? There's no need to play this part risky at all. We should employ safety strats here. Sometimes fast is safe. We're gonna wait for this card. Uh-oh. I think they might have heard that. Remember yesterday when we threw ourselves into that explosion? Ah, those were the days. All right, come on, Huxley. Oh, I keep forgetting that you can die to the planes. I gotta keep that in mind. I have to. Yes, thank you. Good looking out. Good looking out. Oh, we took 2 hits there. Ah! He tried to kill me with the falling plane. All right. Wow, we were just a couple. Yay! Thank you, Slopcore. Thank you. We are getting close. We're getting close. Appreciate it. Ugh. I like that cat. All right. So, let me just remind myself. Let me pull up the map here. We're going down and then up and around. We're basically just retracing our steps to start. Fuck. Oh, he's still going, huh? How about no? And I'm gonna go get these things over here. Wasn't crazy about that situation, but we made it. Alright, we're fine. Always forget that guy. We gotta duck down fast. This is the door, right? Yes. Okay, so that was the best we've ever done in that room, so we should be proud of ourselves there. Look at that. Okay, from here we're going up and to the right. Back and to the left. Guys seen that movie? Oh shit. We don't need that. We do not need that. Nox Moon knows what I'm talking about. That's it. It's right up here. Yeah, that's fine. Oh! Oh wait, I thought it said you need a red key card to open this door. I'm like, I forgot it! I didn't forget it. Alright. How we feeling, chat? Do we think we got this? I'm feeling a little nervous. Ugh! Ah! Don't be greedy. So true. So true. Fuck. Just don't be greedy. No need. No need for greed. do have one sleeping dart left. Yo, we got him. Oh my god, Noxmoo, you can't. He's a real burden. Noxmoo, you're going back to jail. We're throwing you back. Alright, we did it, we did it. Alright. Last level. Again, there's no timer on this. There's no reason to be greedy. We just need to lock in. We're just going to focus. Again, it's the very last level that I need to finish to complete UFO 50. So I am not going to be looking at chat. I'm not going to be talking. I'm just going to be locked in. All right? I will see you all on the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, we have officially cherry disked all of UFO 50. Let's go! Wow, what a journey. What a journey. Thank you all for the GGs. Thank you, thank you. I couldn't have done it without your help. That sounds like a joke, but I actually couldn't have because I wouldn't have taken the time to actually sit down and do this without having some people to talk to. We did it! Let's go! Let's go! Wow. 50. Incredible. Incredible. Look at that. He's so happy to be there. Oh, man. What more do you want? What more do you want? Holy. Let's take a look at... Oh, that is a beautiful thing. Here, let me get rid of this ugly mug for a second. Look at that. Wow. Oh my gosh. Wait, I can be here? I just need a hang out there. There you go. We did it. Oh my gosh. I didn't think it would happen. Anyone want to take any guesses to how many hours this is? We'll look at the the scoreboard here. We'll see how many hours it took us to do this. Any guesses? Because I'll tell you one thing. Keep in mind that this has also been my bingo practice file, so it's not all just working on Cherry. It's also bingo stuff. It's over 300. I'll give you that. Wow, what a journey. All right, let's take a look. Oh, I clicked away. The 376, good guess. 666. Hey, no devil here. We're not playing Devilition. Just kidding. All right, let's see. 379. Wow. Slopcore, almost on the money. Sheesh. Wow. Well. Look at that. That makes me so happy to see, to finally get this background. Oh boy. What did I put in my favorites? That's what I want to know, because my favorites, I only did this when I like first was playing through the game, and I haven't updated it in a while. So this is what I guess my initial read of my favorites were as I was playing them. Interesting that I would put Bushido Ball in there, which I would consider to be one of my least favorite games in the whole collection. Also, Overbold, definitely not one of my favorites. Valbray's not one of my favorites. This is wild to me. Let me actually, let's remove the favorites from all of these. No. I want to go through this, and yeah, honestly, I got a lot of favorites. Here's what I want to do. I'm gonna take a break here for a minute, appease the Twitch gods, and then when I come back, I want to make my definitive favorite list here of all of my favorites, so that I can have all those in one place, so that when we go look at this, we can remember what were the favorites when we finished all the cherries. So I will be back very shortly. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for sticking around. Just gonna run a quick minute of ads and then go to the bathroom. We'll be right back. And thanks for following. We are back. All right. Let me make myself a little bit bigger again. There we are. Hello. Good afternoon. All right. All right, let's go take a look at these favorites. Let's see what we're rocking as our current favorites. And, well, we're gonna go in here. Oh, shit. I gotta get in a rhythm. The hardest game in UFO 50. Removing things from your favorites. Shit. So close. We got in such a good rhythm. Shit. Sorry. All right. We have no favorites. We hated this game. Every waking minute of it. Ugh. Sorry, just getting a little chilly. Okay. Let's take a look at these games. Let's talk through this a little bit. We're gonna go game by game through this, and let's discuss. First of all, criteria for like favorites. These are games that either I really appreciated my experience playing, or it's something that like I'm excited to tell people about, or these are games that like there's just something special about it that I would put it in there. Let's start at the very top. Let's work our way through one by one. Barbuda. Hands down, like the best way they could open this collection. I think this is an S tier game by all aspects. It's still, I think, maybe the game that I like speedrunning the most, which is very funny. But I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. Rank to play whatsoever, rank to chase the cherry, and that's a good point. That's a good point. They are kind of three different things. So because this is just the favorite list and not like a tier list, I'm just gonna put anything that I enjoyed in any of those categories. So either is really fun to play, is fun to get the gold for, or is fun to cherry, or it's just like fun to think about. So Barbuda, easy favorite. Bug Hunter, I like Bug Hunter, especially conceptually. I'm not gonna give it a favorite. I would say it's a game that I don't look forward to playing very much. I didn't enjoy really going for the achievements for it, so I'm gonna let Bug Hunter sit. Ninpek. Ninpek is an easy favorite. This game immediately hooked me. It still hooks me. The music's amazing. The animation's beautiful. The gameplay's perfect. It's just a 10 out of 10. Paint Chase. I know earlier in this stream I said that Paint Chase, like I did a 180 on. I still wouldn't put it in a favorite. It's good. It's not that good. It's just, I thought it was trash, and it's actually good. But I don't think I would put it in the upper echelon of UFO 50. Magic Garden, an unsurprising heart there, I would say. Right? I mean, this game rips, right? It's so fun to play. It's so, like the movement of it, you could do either score chasing or you could do it as quickly as possible. Like speedruns for Magic Garden are actually still cool, which you wouldn't think from like a Snake game. So that gets a heart from me. Mortal, I want to give a heart. I really want to give a heart to Mortal, but if I'm totally honest with myself, I don't really like playing it. You know, it's just not something I'm crazy about. So I'm not gonna give Mortal the heart. I'm not gonna give it the heart. Velgris, love it to death. So exactly my kind of game. I love how twitchy it is. I love how like fast-paced it is. I love the art style. I like the bonus floor. Love it. Planet Zoldath, another easy heart. Love Planet Zolnath. I think it does what Pilot Quest does, but so much better. I like how like a game is just over so quickly and you just start right back from scratch. I love the random world generation. I think it's done super well, and I think it's just so charming all the way through. A Tactics, not getting a heart. Not getting a heart. I think a Tactics is a good game conceptually. Among other games, and before we go deeper into this list, let's remember the Hattori Hanzo principle. We don't compare UFO 50 games to every other game ever made. We compare them to UFO 50 games. So, a Tactics, in comparison to so many other heavy hitters here, not going to get a heart. Devolition. I'm torn on Devolition. I do really like it, but I don't think it's actually fun. Like, at least not like it was abysmal to chase the cherry for. I was losing my mind. But it does like sink its teeth into me. I think if we're being picky, we're not gonna put Devolition up there. We're not gonna put it up there. Kit Club, easy heart for me. That's a controversial opinion, but I know Kit Club, like, and I know a lot of people look at Kit Club and they say, yeah, it's like, it's so-so, it's too hard, it's too punishing. I think it is just the right amount of challenge. I love that bubble bobble, like, gameplay loop. I think the art is really interesting. I think it's a really fun game. Just like, yeah, Devolition idea is amazing. It's one of the few games I'll admit is too hard to be enjoyable. It kind of is that for me too. Like, it's just, I do like that it's so hard, but it's just a little bit too much mental overhead for it to be like activating fun chemicals in my brain. Though I do love the art. So doesn't really have the surprise and delight in my opinion, but it's still very charming. I don't blame him for loving it. Yeah, I know a lot of people are like, why is the art so ugly? Or they're like, yeah, the moment gameplay doesn't really hit. But for me, it's just, it was probably one of the first games that I actually like really fell in love with in UFO 50. So gets a heart from me. Avianos, love it. Love it, love it, love it. I don't even think I need to explain myself on Avianos. Right? Anyone who knows Avianos, who's played Avianos, who's gotten into it, it's just a blast. It's just, the only thing that I don't like about Avianos is that there's a couple really, really good strategies, and implementing those strategy does make it kind of hard to play, because it's like, well, now I know what like the best thing to do would be. Mooncat, again, easy favorite. Might even be a favorite for the whole collection. So charming, and that's my favorite character design for sure. It's my favorite music in the game. I love that it's so linear, but there's all like alternate paths to it. Like, there's just nothing I don't like about it. So good. The Bushido Ball is not getting a heart. I am sorry for the Bushido Ball lovers. It doesn't do anything for me. I like a sports game, but it just tilts me. It just makes me angry. When, like, this is... oh my gosh, it goes so hard, the forest music in Mooncat. Yeah, but Bushido Ball is just like... I feel like I'm always wrestling with it, you know? It's just like... me when I'm like reaping, I'm like, hell yeah. Me sowing, oh, this sucks, you know? Bushido Ball, it's a no. Block Koala, that's gonna be another no from me, dog. I think I like Block Koala more than a good amount of people in the community, because I love a Sakuban game, but, you know, like I said, we're comparing these games to the other games in the collection, but if I'm looking at Block Koala. I'm always like, I'd rather be playing like Baba Is You, you know? So it just, that does nothing for me. Camouflage does get a heart. My only problem with camouflage is that there's not more of it. You know? This is like such a great, phenomenal concept. Second cherry run through Block Koala is still my second longest game. How long was I in Block Koala for? Let's see. Total playtime, 7 hours and 14 minutes, but 7 hours, 20. There's a discrepancy here. Hold on. Anyway, yeah. Camouflage gets a heart. Campanella 1, love it. So fun. Campanella 1 is probably the, Camp 1 is probably my favorite, or like, it ignites that part of my brain that I haven't seen in a really long time, which is like the flash game, like, I just gotta get to the next level. I just gotta get to the next level. Because there's so many levels. That is such like a underused thing in the modern day of like, you only have so many levels to beat through a really, really long game, like a massive amount of levels. And Campanella is perfect for that. And it's the right amount of challenge. Because if you're looking for the things to find in Campanella, like, it's not too hard. You can waste a few lives. But if you're trying to blast through it, then it gets really, really difficult. Let's see. Maybe one of those times only counts time in puzzles and not in the hub time. That is also possible. That is also possible. Golfaria. I'm tempted to give it a heart. Because, again, I did kind of, like, ebb and flow with it and did come out on the more positive side. But I think we got to draw the line somewhere. And I do not think that there is a more tilting screen in all of UFO 50 than that first, like, the place where you go to get the brakes in that cavern. I don't think that there's a more tilting thing in the entirety of UFO 50 than that particular room. So for that, it's going to be a no from me, dog. Big Bell Race. I mean, it's just nothing, right? Like it's this, but less, you know, it's the flying of Campanella, which is really fun, and I do think it works in a racing context, but there's only 8 tracks, and the AI is really easy to beat, and, like, it's not bad, but it's not getting a heart. Let's not lose our minds. Warp Tank. I think that's gonna be another pass. I think it's gotta be another pass. I mean, it was one of my last cherries for a reason. Like, I do enjoy it, but it's not, like, especially going back and searching for, like, oh, here's all the coffees that I missed and all of that. Like, I can't recommend this game quite enough. Also, when I first started playing it, it took a long time for my eyes to adjust to the grid movement as it was going. Like, it gave me a headache, like, every time I played it for the first few hours till I broke my brain or something. Waldorf gets a big heart from me, which is crazy because I actually did not like this game at all when I first started playing it. I hated it. I thought it was so frustrating and so annoying. And then I found out, I was like, oh, I made it like 75% of the way through. Oh, I thought this was way more punishing. Like, I was so stuck in the forest, stuck in the trees, I couldn't see the forest. Like, I was so concerned with, like, man, the moment-to-moment gameplay here is tough, that I didn't realize, oh, it's actually not even a tough game. It's actually a very short, tight little experience. And I like any game that has a sign that says, they are coming for your teeth. That's crazy. And I love it. Easy heart. Porgy, the Porgster. Not gonna give it a heart, but it is on the list of potential hearts. Like it's on. I'm gonna give it an honorable mention, because I did enjoy. I love how this game looks, sounds, and everything. I just don't like fighting things in the game. I don't like. I don't like when you hit something, that psst sound, like you're a creeper and you just got attacked in Minecraft, and then like how it kind of like freezes you for a second. Oh my gosh, it activates so much fury in me. Onion Delivery is gonna get a heart. Again, a controversial one, but Onion Delivery is, I think, kind of perfect. It's crazy, it's rude, it's impossible, it is just a blast. Like, this is exactly my kind of difficulty. And I love a driving game that says, like, nah, fuck you, it's hard. It's just hard. My favorite bit in Grimstone is the beginning. Oh, by the way, you can have this bag of 200 teeth. I don't need them. Yeah, or, I mean, the most important thing I think that people don't know on their first playthrough is getting the teeth from the burned house. Get that. It will allow you to start with some very good things. Caramel. Not gonna be a heart. Definitely an honorable mention. I like the gameplay. Don't love the auto scroller kind of feel to it. I know it's crazy, especially because I literally have like the ghost guys from this game are is like my icon on here, but I mean the name came before I saw them or internalized them, so I don't know. It is good. It's just not for me. Party House, obviously one of the worst games in UFO 50. No one likes this game. I'm just kidding. Who doesn't love Party House? It's the GOAT. It's genuinely impossible to say anything bad about Party House, and impossible to say anything that hasn't been said. Right? It's an exceptional Rolodex builder that, you know, it deserves all the praise it gets. I heard Onion Delivery is more of a vibe than a game, and I can get behind that. You are Woogie in Onion Delivery. It's true. It's true. You get it. You get it. Hotfoot can suck on my Hotfoot, because I did not like this game. I did not enjoy any part of it. The only thing I enjoy about it is that it is short enough that it's not completely tilting to have to like start over and over for the cherry. And that's like complimenting a movie on having a short runtime because you can get out of the theater faster. I'm sorry, Hotfoot is just, it needs a little bit more time in the cooker. I don't even like the theme for the game. I don't like the high school or middle school beanbag toss. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Divers. That I believe that Hotfoot could be fun if you're doing it in co-op, because that is one of the most tilting things, is switching. Well, for me, I think the most tilting thing in Hotfoot was trying to switch between characters, but holding the button for a fraction of a second too long and just throwing the beanbag forward. And I was like, I'm gonna become the Joker. It was horrible. Divers is, I mean, this is similar to Combatants. I don't think it's fun, but it's so interesting. It's so very, very titillating to think about. It's also crazy that the person who's responsible for like the music of UFO 50 made Divers and only put music in like one part of the game, and it's a room that like does nothing as far as we know. Okay. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I don't think I'm gonna give it a heart though. I just don't feel the love, you know? I'm asking myself, like, do I love it? Like, if it was removed tomorrow, would I be pissed? And I think I'd be all right. Rail Heist. Love it. Love Rail Heist. First of all, thinking about what if Divers had a spooky song for the main game. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Like, I think if the vibes of, like, swimming through the area just had like a little, maybe even just like the slight sound of like a something in the background, you know, like that would be so cool. Or the music from Donkey Kong 3. Yeah, absolutely, just something like something ambient, something quiet and somber feeling. Like I would love it. I think I would come around to Divers, but like the silently swimming is just, I don't know, doesn't do it for me. Rail Heist, like I said, this was actually, I called this my favorite game, I think, for the first couple months. I love a game that is not open world, that is just level based as you go, and you beating the levels in different ways is the challenge. Beating it quickly, beating it while killing everyone, beating it while killing no one. That is cool. This game is secretly Hitman, and it's genius. It's a genius game. Vanger can go to hell. If anyone has been watching my recent streams, you know why. I do not like this game. I do not like the way it looks. I do not like the way it plays. I do not like the theme. I am a Vanger hater. I don't like the map. I don't like that you can't pull up the map. The only thing that I will say in Vanger's defense is I think it's cool that there's only like a few upgrades in the game, like different abilities, and where you put them on your build changes how they work, and they all make sense for the upgrade that you got. So let's end on a positive note. That mechanic is neat. Rock on Island is an easy heart for me. I could play 1,000. I wish there was like 3 more islands of Rock on Island. I would play the hell out of them. I think it's perfect with its current length. I don't think it needs more. I just want more. So no, I agree with that. Definitely one of the most believably 1980s games in the set, for sure. It really feels like an 80s game, in good ways and bad. But yeah, Rock on Island, easy thumbs up for me. I didn't know you could upgrade yourself until I got to the 4 Emperors, by the way. That was not easy. Pin golf, one of my favorites. Sometimes I will sit down and just play a game of pin golf out of nowhere. I'll be doing something with my day, and then I'll just boot up UFO 50 just to play a round of pin golf. Man, if there's any game that I would personally love to see expanded, it's pin golf. I could play 100 more levels of this. I wish that they were like different courses that you could do, and oh my gosh, I want someone to like make a fan game of pin golf where they make 50 courses, and each course is a 18-hole set, and each one is themed after another one of the games. I would just lose my mind. If anyone knows StarCraft 1 Cannon Defense custom maps, it would be Rock on Island mod, like those games where you could stack units and such. I was like, and suck, huh? Interesting. I don't know StarCraft, but yeah, I mean, man, it'd be cool to be able to stack units. Man, it's just like, it gets the imagination going, doesn't it? Mortal 2. I'm torn because this is one of my favorite games to speedrun in the collection, and it was one of my most least favorite to gold disc. I did not like exploring the world. I found the combat really frustrating. I found the world confusing. Yeah, Mortal 2 would do for a couple of maps. The only thing I like about Mortal 2 is I think I do like it more than Mortal 1, because I think it does, like, the idea of, like, deeply exploring an area is so up there, like, in terms of like allowing you to appreciate. There's so many great maps in this game, and you just fly through them, like in all of UFO 50. But Mortal 2 really, like, you have to really get to know the ins and outs of the map to even win. So Mortal 2 is not going to get a heart, but it is one of my favorite games to speedrun. Ping Golf could really go for a level editor. Absolutely. It doesn't even seem that hard to do, right? Because it's all angles, right? It's all just like triangles and then like blocks. Like, you could do a very rudimentary level editor. I bet you could even whip it up in like a week. Mortal 2 is such a fun adventure, and then the adventure was over and you know the map. That's what's cool about it, for sure. That's definitely like one of the things that keeps me held on to it. Yeah, it's cool to just get to know an area, and then it's over. Let's talk Fistel. I mean, obviously, it was quite the adventure to Cherry. Can't believe we actually pulled it off, to be honest with you. It's a little generic in terms of theme, which is kind of disappointing. It homages a lot of things that I'm not, like, you know, they're not bad. They're just, like, not things from, like, my childhood or my active life. So it's just, like, you know, I do enjoy it. I mean, I literally played it for fun last night because it is fun, but it's not going to be a favorite, for sure. Maybe they'll have procedural in Mortal 3. Maybe. Who knows? I mean, the devastating and perfect thing about UFO 50 is I think we can all come to terms with the fact that this is it, right? What we are playing right now is what it is, right? And that is good. That is a positive thing, because so many games overstay their welcome, and you know, we don't get to appreciate them anymore. You know, they just like, it's like, oh well, the new whatever Call of Duty game came out, and it just like is what it is. And if they never make another UFO game, which I don't think they will because it's stupidly ambitious, I think they nailed it, right? But we all dream. We all want that to be the case. We all want UFO 51. Overbold. I think this is my favorite game in theory that I had no fun playing. I love the idea of betting on yourself to get better upgrades, so you bet even more on yourself. You know, it's a great like gambling game for that. Except for, I think there's like a power fantasy to this for a lot of people, where it's like as soon as you get into, like, you start getting strong, you start getting good, then like you start to control the game, and so like you're betting on yourself feels great. I never really felt good at the game. Even when I cherried it, I feel like I just squeaked by, even with like so many upgrades. So I don't know, it kind of like made me feel small and bad. Camp 2. Camp 2 is going to get another honorable mention. I'll say it. I like a lot of the things, but I think it kind of does two things okay and not one thing great. And so it just, It's not going to be a heart for me. I like that there's like the branching paths thing. I like how big it is. I think they did a great job of expanding the idea of Camp 1 into what could a Camp 2 look like. I just think it doesn't hold a candle to like just level of Camp 1. Hyper Contender. Not gonna get a heart. I think it's the ugliest characters in all of UFO 50. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but I don't like looking at them. I do love this, that each character has their own little like narrative arc that they're going on that we learn about at the end. I think that's really cool. I think this is a game designed for co-op. I would absolutely love to sit down and play this game, you know, in the same way that you play Smash Brothers. Like, not very seriously, but you're like, oh, you got me. Ah, you got me. Ah, you got me. You know, like, you know, I think it'd be fun, but, like, actually grinding through the normal game, the normal game, it's whatever. Valbrace, I couldn't give it a heart because it broke mine. So, it just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. It, like, I love that it is like a weird mix between a dungeon crawler and like Punch-Out. Weirdly. Like it's really neat. There's so many things that I would change about it. I would make it so that like you have better weapons as the game goes on, you know, and maybe more of a variety of different types of weapons. I would make magic a little bit more interesting to use. I would make it so that you didn't have to solve the same frickin' maze over and over again, and each floor takes like half an hour to an hour if you're playing it like without looking anything up. So it's gonna be a no for me, dog. Now, that's kind of like, this is like my string of games that just like do not hit for me, but like I'm sad that they don't. Rakshasa is a contender for being my favorite game in the entire collection. For sure. For sure. It is so much fun. I love that the first time that I played it, I thought that the mini boss on the bridge was like a big final boss of the area. And I was like, oh man, I beat that. All right, well, now on to level 2. And then I was like, wait a second. The level, it didn't say like you won or anything. We're just moving on. And now the music kicks in. And then I realized, oh, when I die, I have to start all the way back at the beginning. And then when I finally beat the first boss after hours and hours of trying to get there, once I finally beat that first boss and then go like, okay, thank God, I don't have to do the beginning of this stage over and over again. Realizing, oh, yes, you do. You got to start all the way back at 0 if you die, was so aggravating, but like in a perfect way. It's also like, I think some of the most beautiful art in the game. And the sound design's perfect, the music's perfect, the enemies are really challenging in a good way, and the movement feels impossible, and then it just becomes second nature. It's great. It's great. Easy heart for me. Star Wasper. Star Wasper. It's just, I like it. I think that there's good things about it. I like it probably more than the average person, but not enough to say it's like one of my favorites in the whole collection. I think it's, I think that the theming is kind of simple. I like the different ships. I like the different environments, but stage 3 is just so, it is such a difficulty spike that even as someone who has put, let's see, 7.5 hours into the game, that's still the place that I basically never make it through that part, even to this day. If I do, I usually beat the game, but you, like, the fact that level 3 is so impossible, if that was the last stage, I might have a different feeling towards this game. But it's just so hard for one stage for no reason that it just kind of feels unbalanced. So I'm not going to give it a heart. Grimstone. I'm a little bit surprised that I'm putting a JRPG style game in my favorites, but I'm kind of not surprised when I look at the theming of it, when I look at the pacing of it, when I look at the world that is presented in this game. Something they mentioned in the UFO 50 podcast that I think was a really good observation is in a lot of Westerns, the characters don't really talk very much, right? It's all about, like, you see a lot of, like, silent protagonists. And so it's such a great idea when you have to make 50 other games, cut down the dialogue of the game to just, like, a few brief lines back and forth, and then a couple story beats for each individual character. Like, that really sells the experience and is, like, ergonomic. So, really cool. But besides the ergonomic ability of the game, it's also, like, I like a JRPG that isn't just like Divers, right? In Divers, you just select what kind of attack you're gonna do. And here, you attack, and then, but you also have to, like, do an event, right? You have to do that quick time event to hit the attack or to crit the attack. Feels amazing. Incredible pacing to the game as well. I feel like the game was always just pushing me at all times. So I'm giving Grimstone a heart. Noxboo, I'm gonna need you to look away here for a second. I'm also gonna move myself up here. Because I can't give Lords of Disconia a heart. I cannot. I like the gameplay of Disconia. I like the fact that it is, like, very much a board game. I cannot bring it into myself to say that I like playing a game where every round takes well over 30 minutes. Like, it's just so frustrating. It's such, like, if each encounter was each of the levels, I'd probably easily favorite it, but I just don't like to sink that much time into something, and then it's like, all right, well, you are 1/20th of the way there. So I'm sorry, Noxmo, I told you to look away. I tried to save you. I don't know what you want from me. Okay, now let's talk about another heavy hitter here. Night Manor. Holy, what a game. Holy, what a game. This one was the game that I immediately knew was going to hook me. As soon as I saw the title screen, the only thing I didn't like about it was that I wanted to play this game with my partner, and she, like, was really busy at the time, and so, like, I kept having to hold off playing it. And that's the only negative thing I can say about the game. It has nothing to do with the game. And she loves it too, by the way. Like, she actually did her own cherry run of it just for fun. But yeah, Night Manor is just not, there's nothing I would change. There was not one thing I would change. Disconia is the only truly satisfying when you sink the dragon. Oh, it feels so good though. Or, you know what feels amazing is when you get the Bard spider combo, and you get in there and you just destroy their entire team with, like, one little guy. Oh, so good. Yeah. Anyway, Night Manor, obviously, like, so much of my theming, even for this channel, is based around Night Manor because I have such a deep love for it. I love it so much. By the way, if you're wondering why it says 40% items, it's because I was practicing gold disc runs on here. So, Elphazar's hat. Honorable mentioned. Not gonna get a heart, but definitely honorable mentioned. I really like the, I came around to the combat a whole lot. I like the mechanic of, like, the picking up the cards. I kind of wish that there were, like, different, like, spells in the game. You know, like if you get one Ankh and then one Brimstone and then one of like the eyes, like that did something. Like it's just like if this was a standalone game and they like put more of that time into it, I feel like it would be an easy favorite, but it was a really ambitious game to put in the collection as it stands, so I see why they didn't do that, but it's just not, it just doesn't quite make the cut for the favorite list for me. Also, winning with small vampire force against the overwhelming number, that does also feel great in Disconia. If you get, like, there's, again, the actual gameplay of Disconia is great. If each match didn't take 5 to 7 business days, I would be all about it. It's just, it's so annoying to have to play, like, the game telling you, hey, you can't even, maybe even if you could save the game, that might help. Just, I don't know. Anyway, Pilot Quest. No S. Pilot Quest. I like that I say that like I'm correcting you. I'm correcting me. I always say Pilot's Quest. It's good. I like an idle game. I still have a cookie clicker account file. I don't know. I love to sit there and watch number go up. This game didn't let me see number go up enough. I also don't like the combat. I don't like using the little thing. Yeah, Pogo, I'm the same way. I did not gold or cherry the game by like sitting down and crushing through levels. I did a level and then I would go play some mini and max, or I would go work on trying to beat Paint Chase, right? Yeah, definitely do it one level at a time. But yeah, Pilot Quest, I liked it more when I got like the ability to shoot. The other thing that was really funny was that I didn't know what the cherry condition was when I played through it, because I played through all the gold discs for the game, for all the games, without looking anything up, because I wanted to have a pure, authentic experience for all of these games. So I accidentally beat like the great Nuzleo or whatever his name is. That's definitely not at all what his name is, by the way. In fact, I think I'm thinking of a magician. But yeah, I beat him on my first file because I actually just didn't know. If I was a speedrunner, I'd be in trouble because I couldn't stand to play it straight through. Yeah, for Lords of Disconia, oh man, yeah, it's just like when I was Noslo. Okay, is it the Great Noslo, or am I adding in some superlatives for no reason? Yeah, Pilot Quest gets a B+ for being an okay idle game and an okay like exploration game, but it gets like a C- for like the actual combat for me. Miniature and Maxwell. This has gotta be a heart. I'm not even like a Metroidvania like kind of person. In fact, the idea of having a giant map really scares me. But because this is framed in such a way that it's like, no, it's just like in this tiny closet, and the childlike wonder of like exploring this area and like finding secrets and solving people's problems was so enchanting. Like, I think this is one of the most magical games in the collection. So exceptionally good in all respects. Yeah, wouldn't change a thing. I've actually, like, I'm trying to find more reasons to play more Mini and Max besides, bingo. Okay. Combatants. Combat ants. Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about combatants. I kind of want to give it a heart. Which is stupid. It's stupid, obviously, because it's not like that fun to play, but it's just so interesting. I'm so enchanted by it. I think about it often. Like, there's few games in the collection that I like sit down and like wonder its miracles, you know? And Combatants is one of those games. It's so great to like you were saying earlier, Pogo, that it is like an art piece game. I kind of gotta give it a heart. No, a heart is not a recommendation, for the record. So I'm not telling everyone that they need to play Combatants, but you could do worse. You could do worse. Quibble Race. I mean, it's definitely the best drinking game in the collection, right? I haven't done it as a drinking game, but that's what I want to do. We should get a bunch of bingoers together, and we'll turn this into a drinking game. It'll be an absolute disaster, but regardless, I mean, I love the music, and I like a game where you just like watch the game be played, and it's all just about backing the right horse. I like it. I don't love it. It's not getting a heart. Definitely not getting a heart. Seaside Drive absolutely is getting a heart. You bet your bottom dollar, Buster. This game rips. It's the perfect length. It's got the perfect art. It's got the perfect combat. It is a perfect game, I might argue. I wouldn't change one single thing about this game. Not one thing about it. It is exactly what it needs to be and nothing that it isn't. And I've never even, like, this idea, I thought I was doing something wrong in the game when I started because of, like, that drifting mechanic where you, like that's how you charge your shot. And I'm like, well, surely, then if I drift to the right, then it'll work. No, only when you drift to the left. It makes the game, like, almost feel, like, isometric. It's crazy. It is, like, an absolutely insane way to, like, I would have, like, left that one on the drawing board, and they rolled with it, and it's perfect. It's perfect. Campanella 3. When we were talking earlier about games that I, like, did a 180 on, or any of us did a 180 on, Camp 3 is probably, like, it's gotta be one in that short list of games, because I played it for about 5 minutes when I first was picking up UFO 50, and I said, I don't even get it. Like, what is this, like, am I, like, supposed to, like, make my way out of, like, this invisible box? Like, how am I supposed to know where the invisible box is? Like, I don't know what was wrong with my brain, but I could not, like, understand what the game wanted me to do, even though there's only, like, one thing to do the whole game. So, entirely from my own idiocy, I didn't like it at all. And then, I came back to it. And I said, oh, good news, I'm a moron. And this game is fun. Is it one of the best games in UFO 50? Is it a favorite? Does it get the heart? No. It's still fun. I'll pick it up and play it. I think it's a little too long for what it's trying to do. I think that maybe even if it, like, saved your progress along the way, I think it would be fine. It's a little long for that type of gameplay for me. It just doesn't excite me as much as other games. And last, but certainly not least, as this was one of our last games in the entire collection, how did we land with Cyber Owls? Is it secretly one of the best games in UFO 50? I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to chew on Cyber Owls a little bit. There's a part of me that kind of wants to put it in there, because I think now, because I have this connection to it of it being the game that I needed to finish to beat UFO 50. Like, it has this degree of importance to me that I like. It didn't earn. It just because it happens to be the last game that I cherried in the collection. Now it has that. And I do like how different all of the mechanics are, and I really like the art for most of the game. I'm not crazy about the theme. I don't know. I'm not gonna give it a heart for now. We'll just let it sit. But it could definitely get a heart as we go. All right, that's it. That is all 50 games. So let's go take a look. These are our favorite games in UFO 50. Wait, not most plays. My favorites. There we go. Almost half of the games in the collection we put a heart on. That's absolutely insane. And this is just like, these are all games that I would like that I would buy standalone. You know, like all of these games are 10 out of 10s. So, I mean, I don't know what the hell you're doing here, but if you have not bought UFO 50, buy it. It's the best investment in a game you'll ever make. It's exceptionally great, and it's such an honor and a privilege to get to live in a time when this game came out and we all got to like experience it for the first time, because I think this game's gonna go down as like an all-time classic for forever. It's like, I remember when Spelunky HD came out and I'm like, oh, this changed the game. Or when Isaac, like Flash Isaac got its like first like hooks into the world, I was like, this changed the game. So very strange to me that all the important characters are super animal people in an otherwise human world with no explanation. Interesting, yeah. I hope he's comic book in the collector's guide. That would be so sick. I would love to see that. I'd love to see that. Sweet. Awesome. Well, I mean, I was thinking about keeping going here, but I do have some other things that I want to do for my channel. One of my YouTube channels. If you're interested in my YouTube channels, I have a VOD channel if you missed anything. And then I also have like a personal like YouTube video essay channel as well. It's not all gaming content. It's all over the place what it is. So check those out. They're okay. They're you know, they're I think you'll like them. I think you'll like them is what I'll say. But yeah, this concludes our journey in cherrying all of UFO 50. The next things that you can expect here from this channel, definitely going to be a lot of bingo practice. So UFO 50 is not going anywhere. We just achieved our major goal, our giant milestone here. So very proud, very happy. But I think we're probably going to end the stream here for today. And yeah, tomorrow we'll be back to work on a little bit more. I totally agree. That would be so tight. Just a giant cherry. All right, I'm going to remember to do something here, which I forget to do every single time, which is we're going to raid someone. I always forget to do that. So let's see who's live. Let's see who's live. Let's see. Man, I don't know anyone who's live. Oh, this person's playing UFO 50. Yeah, let's go hang out with them. Why not? I don't even know. I don't even know what this is. What's your channel about? Let's find out. Go check this person out. We don't know anything about him. All right, see y'all. I don't know if I did that right. Did we actually raid? Who knows?